Now, as I was just talking to them, I found myself more drawn in. So me, I went in further.
Yeah.
Then I told both of them, see, we do it.
Yeah.
Yani, I had no idea what I was getting into. Me was just like, see, we do it. Now, backtrack to 2017, when I made a decision that I would leave Coca-Cola to go into my own thing. One day, I met Kevin Mulei, and I mentioned to him that I was going to be leaving, and I would form my own company, and I'd be looking for an office. So Kevin, God bless his soul, Kevin told me, because you're starting, do this. Don't spend money on an office. Come, I give you space at Energy Radio. There's a space I have. I'll give you.
Was Energy Radio then, or was it more sound?
Energy Radio was there.
It was there?
Yeah, because I remember that time, it was at Almond Park, and they were sitting on one floor where one side was, no, actually, they were on 2 floors at that time, and More Sound was below, then Energy Radio was above, and then Energy Radio, when you get to the main door, the offices were on one side, then the studio was on the other side. Now, on this side where the studio was, when you got in, then you'd go through another door, then there was a huge space with an office at the end, and then this other door you go into the studio. So the office at the end is what Kev gave me.
What?
Yeah, for free, no cost. And I was there the whole of 2018.
What?
No cost.
A whole year?
A whole year. The only thing I paid for, I paid his cleaning lady a bit more to clean for me, also my office. Kev gave me even 4 desks, some cabinets. He helped me put up a door so that we could lock our office. Kev gave me so much for free.
That's crazy.
1 whole year.
That's crazy. But also, let's say you had worked with Kev before.
I'd worked with Kev
This so
before.
continued relationships.
But now, for me at that point, it was then easy for, if Kev looked like he was maybe struggling with a concept, I could easily just sit with him, his team, and we crack it and we work on something. There's a blogger, I don't know why these bloggers do this. There's a blogger who said later on that I was fired from you remember that story where I talked about the influencers during the whatever?
Coca-Cola.
Yeah. So there's a blogger who said I was fired because also I gave Kina Kevin the work from Coca-Cola. And then now when I was fired, Kev made me his GM at More Sound or something. Yeah. So there was that story. But I think it came from me sitting in that office.
Just came from his nonsense.
Yeah.
Or
so
her nonsense, but I think it's a him.
So it's a him. It's a him. So as we're talking about this film thing, there's a friend of mine, Philip Moniki. You know him?
Yes.
The digital editor at Citizen.
Royal Media.
Royal Media.
Yeah.
So he was also at that point he was also very much interested in doing his own content. So we had sat together and he told me, and we crafted something, but then we felt we needed someone with film production experience at that point. Now, while we were talking about this, also I'd been telling him about the film thing that I was being drawn towards. And I'd gotten to the level where I started looking for writers. So I even went on social media and put it out that I was looking for writers. So I got a lot of writers. I started meeting with writers and I started explaining to them what I wanted. So in my head, I thought the story that would be captivating, it needs to be in the genre of a drama stroke thriller. So that became my brief.
Because this is already a gap that we are seeing people don't do here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then number 2, because of production cost, my brief was very specific. I want a captivating story like Phone Booth. Do you remember the movie Phone Booth?
It sounds so familiar.
Phone Booth.
It's all shot in one location.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wanted that kind of movie. So that was the brief I was giving, guys. Let me tell you. And I think I didn't realize it at that point, But see, I still had savings from Coke. So I was making money from Nyash. I was paying people deposits to write for me scripts. So I'd give someone a deposit, they write for me a script, I read it, I take it to my wife, I take it to Lucas. We all look at it, we're like, bado, shelf. So some of them you have to pay the balance still. At that time I was green, I didn't know.
So, but normal industry thing says, if you don't approve of or it depends on your agreement with them.
So I'll tell you how I deal with it now.
Okay, so
I'll tell you later how I deal with it now.
Yeah, I think you have to tell us. But at least I thought you had Lengad the Nyash thing. Kumbe, you're still working for Nyash at
No,
this time
I'm still there. I'm still there.
Okay,
I'm still there. So, when I was having these conversations with I was still having conversations with writers, and then as I was having a conversation with my friend Philip Mwaniki, he tells me that he has a friend who has just come back into the country, and he wants us to meet with them so that we can see if we can do this as a partnership of 3 of us, because this person has been in the film industry for a while, and they had actually gone to school to study film. So we went and met at Sierra Yaya Center, a certain date in 2018. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Sarah Hassan.
Ulikula squid. Sierra squid is crazy. That's oh my God.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hey, Sarah Hassan needs to be on that seat. Not to self. I didn't know that she had been.
She went to New York Film School.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Not to self. Sarah Hassan.
So when we were seated at the meeting there with her, I think twice or thrice I received a call or calls, and I was talking to a writer, and I was trying to be more specific on the brief or something while Philip and Sarah were seated there. So Sarah overheard me, and then she asked me, are you doing a film or something? So I told her yes. Then she told me now about her experience in film school. Then she told me, I'd like to be your producer to help you do this. Wow. So 2018, we started having those conversations with her.
So explain to somebody what a producer is. First
So
and foremost,
producer,
what was she saying that she'd like to do?
Okay, so first, disclaimer. I am one movie old in the industry. so I may not get the correct whatever. Yes. And when Sarah sits on this chair, she'll explain to you more. But basically a producer puts like all the elements together to do the project.
Okay, I get it.
It's like a project lead, project manager.
Okay, yes, okay,
yeah.
okay.
So I was like, sour, because I didn't know my way around. Like, it's like I was going step by step. It's like I wanted to get the story first. Then now, once I get the story, then I figure out, okay, who do I need? What do I need?
I'm hearing this, but from I want to figure out what was it about you that was like, you've never done, the way you're saying here, you're one movie old. What was it that was making you say, I really want to do this thing?
It's
like me trying to be a doctor now.
You have a theory, like you look at something and you say, I'm sure if this thing is done this way and this way and this way, it can work. Then you keep on looking at it and you're like,
for real it can work.
For real it can work. Then you start convincing people.
I love
and that now became my journey. Now,
okay, so you have a producer, you have Philip Mwaniki, who's your hype man.
Yes.
Then your guy not hype man.
Yeah.
You bounce off ideas.
Yeah.
But you need a guy who's constantly letting you know, this can happen.
Then Sarah Hassan now introduced me to Faith, a lady called Faith, who became our production manager. And because Faith had been in the industry for a while, so she knew her way around, she knew how to run things. Because also for Sarah, because she hadn't been in the country for a while, then she also still needed help in terms of those direct contacts.
Okay.
She knew most of them, but so we then now had a side meeting with Sarah. Then now I started telling her about scripts. So then we met with Faith. We started going through scripts.
It's 2018.
Huh?
2018.
Yeah, we went through scripts. Then, see, I'm still operating from Kev's office. So I'm trying to figure out, Kev has film studios.
Ooh.
How do I convince Kev to do this? So let me tell you, I came up with a presentation in my head. And it had to be elevator pitch because I know how Kev is busy. So my plan had been elevator pitch, then now go to him later on, now with a more detailed story. And the plan had been, like, tell him this is the idea.
What we're working on. Yeah.
Let me go and work on it fully, then I come back to you. So I went and told Kev, I'm thinking of doing a movie. Then I started going into, and I've even asked some people about scripts. I've been reading some scripts I've received. Kev just said, let's do it.
Okay.
What do you need?
Perfect place to cut. Well, I answer the door. We'll be back just now.